Hey, so hi everyone. It's been a while since we last caught up. How is everything going on with you two?
Hey, it's great to see you both. I've been good, just trying to keep up with everything. How about you?
Hi, I'm doing well too. It's always nice to get together and chat. What's new with you?
Same here. Just managing the things as they come, as just cross that bridge when it comes through. I was thinking that it would be nice to talk about how relationships with the people that are close to us have evolved lately. How have things been for you two in that area?
That's so interesting. I've noticed that my relationship with certain people has changed over time. For instance, there was a time when I used to spend a lot of time with someone who was incredibly supportive, always encouraged me to face challenge. Now I only see them occasionally, but it's still such a strong connection that whenever we met, it feels like no time has passed. What about you too?
I can relate to that. My relationship with someone who used to be very close has become distant because they have such an unchanging routine that it's hard to keep in touch. But on the other hand, I recently met someone who is incredibly inspiring and who pushes me to be the best version of myself. And I think it's like they're the most motivating person I've ever known. And I think it's really important to have people like that in our lives. Don't you think?
Absolutely. I'm in a similar situation. I used to be really close with a guy friend that I used to argue a lot, which was incredibly frustrating. But they grew up so much as a person that now our relationship it's much much better, I think. If we hadn't had those thought times that we might not have become as close as we are right now. And it's really interesting to think about how these relationships have evolved. Even if we go through difficult times, they grow that comes from it. It can be so rewarding. And speaking of which, how have your loved ones react to changes in their lives recently?
That's a great question. I was thinking about how different people react to change. For example, my cousin recently moved to a new city for a job, and she's loving it. She sees it as a new adventure, meeting new people and exploring new places. I admire how adaptable she is. What about the people around you?
That's true, Galia. And it's really funny how people can be so different because, for example, my brother is someone who really struggles with change. Even small changes like switching up his routine make him really anxious. It's like he needs everything to stay the same to feel in control. On the other hand, I find it fascinating how someone can thrive on change while others find it challenging. What about you?
Well, it really depends on the person. For example, I used to hang out with a friend who gets really excited by new challenges and see them as more as opportunity than a challenge. But there are also those who get really stressed out by not knowing what will happen next. Such a great example is my best friend. Her name is Valeria too, and she always having a hard time to just adjust herself or mainly all herself to try new things or to try anything that is new for her, mainly. And how we handle things, Jin says a lot about our mindsets, like, but let's talk about something a bit lighter. What do you people think what do you think people close to you enjoy doing and what do they dislike?
I was talking to my brother the other day about this. He mentioned that he absolutely loves playing chess. It's like his favorite way to unwind and challenge himself. But he really hates crowded places. They make him feel stressed and anxious. It's interesting to hear what really stands out to the people we care about. What have you to hear from the people you love?
That's so true, Galia. My mom recently told me that she loves spending time in her little garden. Because it's where she finds her peace and happiness. But she also mentioned how much she hates cold weather. It's because in the place where she was born, it's really warm. It's in the north of Peru, it's in Trujillo. And She says that it makes her feel kind of uncomfortable and gloomy when it's kind of cold here. And it's funny how something so simple can have such a big impact on her mood. What about you, Milan?
Well, my best friend was telling me how much she loves cooking, especially because she has a startup of like cooking and like little pastries that she does. And like when she tries her new recipe, she really likes it. She's like so passionate about it. And like I think it's her way of being creative and expressing herself, mostly because she's so introverted. I think like for her like cooking it's more like her art, her way to express herself. But she absolutely hates being on social media. Uh, I think she's the only person that I've heard saying that she has no media. Like she does not have TikTok, Instagram, or like she only follows myself and like our group of friends, and she will only like be because of that. And I think also she finds it overwhelming and prefers to stay away from it entirely. And it's really fascinating to see how the people we love have such clear likes and dislikes that really defines who they are.
Yeah, when we're together, one of my favorite things to do is cook a big meal indoors. We love experimenting with new recipes, trying out different cuisines, and even challenging ourselves with complex dishes. It's not just about the food, it's about the shared experience of creating something together. The kitchen becomes this lively, warm place where we can chat, laugh, enjoy each other's company. Plus, there's something so satisfying about sitting down to eat a meal that we all contributed to. But when we feel like getting outside, we usually go for a hike. There's something about being in nature that really helps us disconnect from the daily routine and focus on each other. Also, the fresh air, the beauty of the surroundings, and the physical activity all seem to bring out deeper, more meaningful conversations. We find that it's during these hikes that we can really open up, share our thoughts and feelings, and strengthen our bond. Whether we're hiking up a challenging trail or just taking a quiet walk through the woods, it's always a special time for us.
Yeah, that sounds wonderful, Galia. When I'm with my family, we often play board game indoors. We also love watching movies together, but it's like my big brother. He's always like, "Okay, but you just have to watch. You can you can't be with your cell phone, or you can have your laptop, or you can do your homework. So you just have to watch the movie. You have to concentrate yourself." And it's really funny, and it's a really good time that we spend together. And also, but when we are when we do something outdoors, we usually go to the beach. We love to swim, and also we love to watch the sunset. And we love to go to country restaurants because we can put there, or well, we can play all of us together with our little nephews, and it's a really good time together. How about you, Milen?
Well, those both really sound amazing. With my friends, we often watch movies indoors. Like one of my friends, like she's the select house to like just hang out. Like it's like as we said, bunker for us. And we love picking like just like any food that we like, any good film, or just like rom-com that will just make us laugh. And not like being or search like, oh, this movie's so perfect. No, we just want to hang out with us and just have fun time. And there was this time that we went to the beach with our cars and just like, okay, you just take out the blankets, the pillows, and all, and put like a movie in our laptops, and we're like, okay, this is fun for us. This is perfect. And we also like to, when they are in the mood for the like outdoor activities, we love going for a bike rides like around Miraflores, but we used to do that more often before pandemic because we love summer. But now that we're like all the just hanging out besides our university and all, we did not have time for anything. But it's a fun way also to explore and get some exercise while chatting and catching up, I think. And it's really great at catching up here about what's been going on in your lives. I love how your conversations always cover so many different topics and areas and help us reflect about these topics that is relationships and changes.
Yeah, I agree with you, Milan. It's always refreshing to chat with our friends and also with you guys because it's a really good experience. They can tell each other how our lives are going. And it reminds me how important it is to stay connected, no matter how busy life gets.
Absolutely. I always feel energized and inspired after our talks. It's amazing how much we learn from each other, and it's a reminder of how much we value this moment together.
Yeah, definitely. Let's make sure we do this more often because it's so easy to just got up with everything and sure, let's I think it was a great talk right now.
Yeah, for sure. Let's plan our next get together soon. Until then, take care and let's keep in touch. Goodbye, girls.
Okay, bye.
Take care. Take you soon.
Bye.